The violence has to stop. The violence has to stop. We can't keep living like this.
You know the saying that says, let sleeping dogs lie? Well, maybe Nota is that type of dog that needs to be kept on a leash, and you should not probe him or anything like that, because what he's doing now on Twitter is getting out of hand. Nota has not stopped tweeting about Penuel ever since the Bianca Costa interview. He has gone on a rant. Now, these are some of the things that he's been saying. Penuel suffered from failed father syndrome. Your father failed you, so you ended up resenting him instead of empathizing, which then becomes toxic when you project the anger you have at all black men, simply because your Indian family rejected you and taught you to look down on black men, he said. Now it continues, so you have 6 kids by 4 mothers. You are not irresponsible. Far worse, you are a narcissist pig. Penuel makes babies with women that can provide for themselves so that he can get away without providing for them. He's a hypocrite and a coward that refuses to raise his own children. His excuse that he doesn't. It's 4:20 here. Penuel is one of those guys that destroys women's futures by settling them with children he has no intention of raising. He gets these women pregnant so that no man will marry them, even though he has no intention of marrying them himself. He's nothing but scum. Penuel's fans are losers that have never accomplished anything meaningful in life. He should be humbling himself and learning from those of us that have accomplished enough to share insights on his show, instead of being all holier than thou from his pathetic hypocrisy pulpit. I just turned the other cheek at all the insults and disrespect from Penuel anytime we made content together. He'd make all sorts of snide remarks and I recorded them. Now it's my turn to return the favor, and he's explaining to his phone instead of apologizing. He deserves hell. 4 failed relationships and 6 failed children adds up to 10 calamitous familial failures. Penuel has a perfect score in failed parenthood. He denies it to his crazy cult, but decent human beings know you cannot trust a man that abandons his children and lies to their mothers. Now, this obviously went on and on and on, and I don't think he's stopping anytime soon. As he says, he's the type that will even come for your dead relatives. Yes, he said that himself. So at this point, Penuel felt the need to come out and explain his situation, to explain how he had 6 children from 4 different mothers. So have a listen for yourselves, you guys.
People understand. Furthermore, I'm not married to any of the mothers, and people attack me for that as well. And I don't believe in the concept of formal marriage. I had my first child with his mom. I was with her at the time. Me and her broke up. And then I had my second born, another lady. And then my third born I had with the firstborn's mother, because we made up. We got back together and we had a child. All my children are planned, by the way. These are not oopsies and mistakes and, oh, I was drunk and, we were having such a good time. I don't drink. I don't smoke. All my children are planned. Broke up with the mother of number 1 and number 3. I never really dated number 2's mom. We had an agreement and an arrangement to conceive and to have a child. Our relationship at the time got strained and we had problems moving forward, and that's why I've kind of struggled with access to my son. My 4th and my 5th, we had one after the other with the mother that I was with roughly at the time and before. And then with the last boy, Uskopu, I was with the mother and then we had him. So what I'm trying to explain is I didn't have my kids like overlapping, carelessly, clumsily, Not to say that doing that, if it's planned, is bad, but I'm just trying to highlight, there's like a sequence. These things that I shouldn't be doing. You can judge me if you want, they could, but I'd probably have to turn them down because I don't believe in marriage. Society dictate to you how many children you should have because you're scared of abantu bazothini. What are people going to say? Why didn't you marry mom? Why did you have kids with so many people? I'm like, oof. Let's make some coffee, get some biscuits and rusks, get yourself comfortable, and Daddy Black Pen is going to tell you guys an amazing story of how dynamic and crazy and maybe stupid I was.